Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here, and in this video is going to be a perfect example of what humidity and temperature change can do to a neck of a guitar. Now, the Flying V that I got from Will, there was nothing wrong with it as far as his setup goes, as far as what he's done as far as cleaning it, all the work that he put into it and everything else. Everything was great. You heard his video, and guitar sounded great. I'll put a link to the video at the bottom. It wasn't Will's fault, nor was it my own. Change in temperature. This video is going to show what change in temperature and humidity can do from one place to another as far as a guitar neck goes. So stay tuned. So everyone has seen Will's video and how the guitar played, how the guitar sound after he did all the work that he'd done to it, which again, nothing was wrong with the work that he did to it. In fact, I'm leaving the strings that he put on there. I'm going to use them, and so be it. This video here is basically going to show how point A to point B, how the humidity and temperature changes and what it does to the neck of the guitar. Now, in Will's video, basically, he states that, do not adjust the truss rod until you have the guitar up to pitch, okay? That's basically how it goes. Your neck is being pulled from the strings, adds relief, could add relief, depending on where the neck or the truss rod is set to. Now, when I received the guitar, about 3 hours later is when I ended up unboxing the guitar, making my unboxing video. So I had a little bit of time to kind of catch up to either the room temperature, maybe not a full 24 hours, but ended up, give a little bit of time. The temperature outside and the temperature inside wasn't too far off. It was in the 70s, I believe, that day. And it's about what we keep it around here, is around 71, 72 degrees all year long. And the humidity level that's in my house, I try to keep it around a 45 to a 50%. All right, sometimes it goes around like 52% or something like that, but that's kind of where I like to keep it at. Guitar necks and everything else that I have, and the way I have them set up, seems to hold up pretty good. And when the change goes over to winter time and we end up turning the furnace on, there isn't that much change in the neck as far as the guitars go. Works out pretty well. So nothing Will did, nothing he done to this guitar affects him whatsoever as far as the way he set it up, how he set it up. It all has to do with the humidity and temperature change from point A to point B. California to Chicago. Simple as that. The ride from California to Chicago, well, whatever you're shipping, whatever is in the mail, whatever you have, whatever is coming to you, is sitting in the back of a truck that is not climate controlled. So it's either cooking if it's hot outside, or it is freezing if it's cold outside. So there's nothing you can do about that. In this case here, well, it must have been a lot warmer in California than it is in Chicago. The humidity must be different as well. So got a lot more humidity here in Chicago than in California. So that's going to change things a little bit. So the neck ended up straightening out. There was no relief in it. Letting the guitar sit for one day, 24 hours overnight, did not change the way the neck was. It still was straight as a board. So I had to do what I had to do. This is a photo of Will's picture, or Will's video, sorry, of when before he started doing the setup on the guitar. So this is where the bridge was. And in my video, this is where the bridge is when I received the guitar. And this is a picture of what the bridge is set to now. So there was nothing that anyone has done. It's basically nature taking its course. Wood expands and contracts, change of humidity, change of temperature. So it is what it is. So in this video here, basically I had to do a setup on the guitar that Will sent me. Nothing was wrong with what Will did, just the humidity in my area is a lot more than his. So be it. Good example of how temperature and humidity changes things. And yeah. Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here, and you're looking at the Flying V that I purchased from Will. Nothing is wrong with the guitar. He did a beautiful job on the setup. It's just that going from California to Illinois, I think it kind of had a little bit of a reaction on the neck. and I have to do add a little bit of relief to it. Not that much of a big deal. I think that's the only thing that I have to do with this, is just add a little bit of relief to it. Like in Will's video, he says, you know, before you adjusting the truss rod or doing anything with the guitar, you know, tune it up to pitch, which it is. And I let it sit for a couple of days, thinking maybe, you know, needs to get used to the climate change or whatever that's going on here compared to California. And well, it's had a few days to kind of sit here for a while. The problem that I'm having right now is, well, so if you heard that, that's the problem that I'm having. Got some fret noise going on at the first fret. So what can be done to fix this? Well, like I said, the neck is pretty straight. There happens to be next to no relief in it, even after sitting for a while. So I'm going to have to add a little bit of relief to it. So Phillips screwdriver, 3 screws, truss rod cover, remove. All right, after tuning it up to pitch again, after adjusting the truss rod, checking the relief in the neck again because the strings are pulling on the neck. Now it's back in tune and seems like everything is good. I have my 12 thousandths the way that I want it. And one thing that I noticed as well too is there was some paint on the nut at the on the truss rod, and kind of broke that paint loose. Now it's a little bit easier to turn it a little bit. It was a little bit tight before. So action height, check that out. .5/64 on the low E at the 12th fret, and I am at a dead nut 16th on the high E. So now I want to check out the intonation, make sure that's still good after adjusting the neck. So everything should be tuned to pitch, which is just standard E. We'll tweak that a little bit more. Alright, so 12th fret, and needs to be adjusted a little bit. A, that one's good. D, needs to be adjusted just a little bit. G, G's good. B's good. E's good. So I just have to adjust 2 of the strings, the low E and the D. Not a big deal. Alright, so I got the flying V in hand, and I'm going to, it's basically set up for standard tuning, E, and I'm going to play the note, or play the string, and then play the 12th fret. So right now this is low E, 12th fret, A, just a little bit off. I think the strings are still stretching a little bit. 12th fret, D, 12th fret, G, 12th fret, B, 12th fret, E, 12th fret. So there you have it. So, got rid of the fret buzz. No more. Just a little slight tweak of the neck. And after this, go ahead and start playing around with it. You know, make a little bit of music. Well, not my own music, but just playing along with somebody else's music, that is. So that's it. Will did a fabulous job on the setup on this thing. I know watching your video, you had to do a little bit of work to it before you sold it, and nice job. All I have to say is, again, thank you very much, and appreciate it. So, you guys take care, have a good one, and